Hello, everybody. We are here today to do another catch-up court document. And, I was going to do one yesterday, but I'm still trying to kind of recalibrate and come back down to earth, join reality as someone who's not just studying for the bar exam. So yesterday I spent a substantial portion of the day sleeping, and I had some really weird dreams. But I'm back now to go over another court document that I had missed in my, miniature hiatus. Gonna wait for a couple more people to join, and then we'll get started here. The document we're going to go over first today is Jamie's response to Sam Ingham's petition or request to hire that law firm Loeb & Loeb, which is a conservatorship litigation firm powerhouse out of Los Angeles. That's the firm that they were going to hire or attempt to hire. So, so I'll get started now. So just to recap what I had basically just said, Sam Ingham, which is Britney Spears' court-appointed lawyer, had requested to be able to hire this law firm called Loeb & Loeb in California. And the reason he wanted to do that is because he said that he anticipated that Jamie Spears, the current conservator of the estate, was going to basically make it very difficult for Britney to get anything done in this conservatorship without having to litigate over it. And Sam Ingham was basically like, I'm not a litigator, which is kind of silly. He should be able to do this, but regardless, he can't. So he files this petition with the court. And he asks the court, hey, look, can I hire these people? These are the reasons. Well, what document that we are going to be looking at now is Jamie's response to Sam Ingham's petition to hire that law firm. Just like the last video, I have not read this one before. I'm just literally jumping straight into it. I don't even know how many pages it is. So, thank you, Nikki. Hope all the tests went well. I also hope they went well, because if they didn't, I'm gonna have to be studying for that stupid bar exam again. And I'm literally traumatized. I cannot even think about doing that. So God, I hope not. So I hope they went well too. Yay. Everyone just think positive thoughts that I did pass. Okay. So let's get started here. This one was filed on October 5th, and they wanted to have it set to be heard on October 14th, which is this coming week. So I don't know what the deal. I'm going to have to go look at the timeline Lawyers for Britney has, or Meaner, and see where we are with the timeline, because a lot of stuff is going on and things are getting moved around. But this was allegedly supposed to be being heard on October 14th, which is in just a few days. All right, so let's get started here. I'm going to start here in this introduction, or this kind of umbrella paragraph. It says, James P. Spears, conservator of the estate. So everybody knows that's Jamie, Britney's dad. Let me turn it up just so that I know for sure y'all can hear. I don't even know if that actually does anything. Does it help y'all hear better if I turn my mic up? Maybe I'm stupid. Okay. So Jamie Spears submits this response, which is his response to the petition that Sam Ingham filed to associate or to hire another law firm to help him, right? So this is Jamie's response. All right, introduction and purpose of response. Mr. Spears, so Jamie, has always endeavored, so remember, the people who are writing this are Jamie Spears' lawyers, okay? So this is going to be written by Geraldine and Gerald. So this is supposed to be, hey, Britney, Army 101. This is supposed to be from, Jamie Spears' perspective. So he will refer to himself, right, as Mr. Spears, which is a normal thing that, legal documents do sometimes. So if you see Mr. Spears, just remember, this is not someone writing, he's basically writing about himself in the third person. This is from Jamie Spears' lawyers, okay? Billy B. Makeup. Britney doesn't want to work until her dad is out. Yeah, I think some of that ends up coming up in these documents, right? I know a lot of y'all have already read these, so I'm a little bit behind. Okay, so Mr. Spears, so Jamie, has always endeavored to do what is in Britney's best interest. So he's always tried to do what's in Britney's best interest. With her best interest in mind, here with the litigation counsel petition, Jamie has examined many factors, and some of those factors include how much it's going to cost the estate to litigate, the consent, right? So the litigation counsel, then the consent to the appointment of Bessemer Trust, then there's this declaration that bears Britney's signature and the continued need. So they're just listing all these things that Jamie considered, right? In his decision to write this document, which is a request to block the judge from allowing Britney to hire a lawyer. So that's what this document's trying to do, for just to be 100% clear. Like the whole point of this document is Jamie and his lawyer saying, hey, judge, we don't want you to allow Sam Ingham to hire this Loeb and Loeb law firm. The reason we don't want you to allow him to do it is because of the following, right? Okay. So, let's see. Jamie believes, we're right here, that it is not in Britney's best interest to have litigation over the issue of whether a corporate fiduciary should be added as co-conservator. So basically they're saying it's not in Britney's best interest to have to litigate over the corporate fiduciary coming in as co-conservator. And Jamie believes instead that it is in Britney's best interest to work with herself. It is in Britney's best interest to work with Britney, okay, and her court-appointed counsel to come up with the most efficient and effective structure, which includes a corporate fiduciary, taking into account, the many complex factors of her estate, including without limitation, her return to work, again here, facilitating her return to work sometime in the future at such time as she wishes to do so. So Billy B has already said in this chat alone, in this Instagram Live alone, just here, that Britney does not want to go back to work. So we have Jamie's lawyers writing here, facilitating her return to work sometime in the future, such that she wishes to do so. Well, we're hearing conflicting reports because Sam Ingham has said she wants to retire, right? So this is conflicting reports from what's, being said by Jamie's lawyers versus what's being said by Britney's lawyer, Sam Ingham. So let's start the factual background. We have some subheadings here. Oh, man, they can't even format their gosh dang thing right. They're starting with number 2. Where's number 1, y'all? You started a new section, new numbers here. Okay. Appointment of temporary co-conservators of the estate. On February 1st, 2008, that's a date that we all know about. That's whenever the conservatorship pretty much officially started. On February 1st, 2008, Jamie and Andrew Wallet were appointed temporary co-conservators of Britney's estate. Letters of temporary conservatorship were issued on that day, and letters of temporary conservatorship were extended several times. That is not news to us. We already know that. Number 3, which should be number 2. Appointment of permanent co-conservators of the estate. On October 28th, 2008, okay, so this was a few months after the conservatorship started, the court appointed Jamie and Andrew Wallet as the permanent co-conservators of Britney's estate. Permanent conservatorship letters were finally written and issued on January 9th, 2009. Okay, so they're just walking us through the timeline here. Amended letters of conservatorship of the estate, so they made amendments on March 5th, 2019. That was around the time that Andrew Wallet retired or left in a hurry, and they gave him that $100,000 parachute, a golden parachute, and all of that, remember? On March 5th, 2019, the court accepted the resignation of Andrew Wallet and confirmed Jamie as the sole or only conservator of the estate and amended the letters of conservatorship. Those were issued on that date, so that's March 2019, last year. Recent events. Recently, 2 petitions for appointment in the estate were filed since late August of this year. And if y'all remember the 2 petitions, one for Andrew Wallet, one for Bessemer Trust. Number 6, in response to Sam Ingham, that's Britney's lawyer, in response to Britney's lawyer's statements that Britney did not wish to have Jamie as sole conservator of her estate, Jamie filed a petition for appointment of Andrew Wallet as co-conservator, right? on August 19th. So basically this is saying like, okay, so Sam said that Britney did not want Jamie to be sole conservator. And so we went ahead and nominated Andrew Wallet because Andrew Wallet was already her conservator. And so that would technically make Jamie Spears no longer the sole conservator. So that's what they're trying to say in this sentence here. Now, if that's true or not, who knows? But that's what they're saying to the court. And that, petition is set to be heard on November 10th as supplemented. So we know that was supposed to be heard on November 10th, and so was a lot of other stuff, right? Andrew had successfully navigated, so here we are, the administration of the conservatorship of the estate with Jamie for many years. I mean, successfully navigated is up for interpretation. I don't know if they successfully navigated anything because her money where is it going? Where did it ever go? Why is she only worth $57 million when she's made hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars off of sales and royalties? And they're sitting here saying, Andrew Wallet successfully navigated the administration of the conservatorship of the estate. Well, according to who? Okay. Mr. Spears, so Jamie concurrently filed. So concurrently means at the same time. Sorry, I get distracted with y'all's comments. Let's see. Andrew Wallet had successfully navigated. Okay. So Jamie Spears, at the same time as he filed that, he filed the consent of Andrew Wallet to act as co-conservator of the estate. So you remember that other document that's like one paragraph and it says like Andrew Wallet consents to act as the conservator. So that's what they're talking about. And at the same time, they also filed a motion to seal the pleadings regarding the appointment of Andrew Wallet, right? So they wanted they filed all that on the same day. They filed the consent of Andrew Wallet to act as the conservator. They filed the petition for appointing him as the conservator, and they filed a motion to seal all of those proceedings. Sam Ingham, Britney's court-appointed counsel, filed objections to the Wallet petition. And y'all, that was the best document we ever read. It was the first Sassy Sam document. He filed objections to the Wallet petition. Maybe it was the second one. And he filed the opposition. Oh, this was it. This was the first Sassy one. The opposition, that's the one. Opposition to, that should say, oops, no, I got it wrong. Okay, let me start over. I got ahead of myself. Sam Ingham, Britney's court-appointed counsel, filed objections to the Wallet petition and in opposition to, no, they just put the wrong thing. This is supposed to say Mr. Spears. So, okay, they have a typo here, which makes it really confusing. So there was this document, Jamie filed a motion to seal, right? Remember we just talked about it up here? So Sam had filed an opposition to that motion. This says Mrs. Spears. It's supposed to say Mr. So pretend that says Mr. They have typos everywhere. I don't know why. They don't just get someone to proofread this stuff. So basically Sam Ingham filed all these two things on these different days. Jamie Spears indicated that he would defer to Britney's wishes with regard to the protection of her privacy. I don't remember Mr. Spears indicating that. Do y'all? Mr. Spears and Jamie Spears indicated he would defer to Britney Spears' wishes. I don't remember him doing that. Okay, anyway. Additionally, on August 31st, Sam filed a petition for appointment of conservator of estate, naming Bessemer Trust Company. And y'all remember we did go over that document as well. To be added as conservator of the estate. This petition is also set for hearing on November 10th. This court continued Britney's motion to seal on September 16th at Mr. Ingham's request. So remember whenever we were like, oh, so excited because the judge was going to decide on this motion to seal, and then she didn't because everything else had gotten pushed back. So it's like, we're just going to push back the motion to seal thing. And then Judge Penny had said like, but I am inclined to think that we're not going to seal these records. Remember, so we're like all excited because we think she's going to let it be open. So this court continued that motion to seal on September 16th at Sam Ingham's request. Okay, now we're on number 9. On September 18th, Sam Ingham filed a petition for order associating litigation counsel. So that's where he filed that petition on September 18th to hire Loeb and Loeb. to act under his direction as litigation counsel, to conduct meaningful discovery, law in motion, and trial work. And remember, whenever he did ask the court to let him hire those lawyers, he did say these are the things that he needs help with. He needs to conduct meaningful discovery. He needs to know law in motion. He needs help with trial work. And to relieve them of the obligation as Britney Spears' court-appointed counsel will seek input directly from Ms. Spears. I don't really know what that sentence means. This is a very unusual request, as it appears to sideline Ms. Spears in a matter that is mostly deeply affects her. I don't understand what they're saying right here. Let me see if I can get a better grasp on it. Sam seeks the appointment of 4 lawyers to act under his direction as litigation counsel in conducting discovery, law in motion, and trial work, and to relieve them of the obligation as Ms. Spears' appointed counsel to seek. Okay, so this is saying that Sam, and I don't know that this is true. We have not gone over this document yet. So they're referencing a document that I don't think, yeah, we have gone over this. So let me see. So they're saying that Sam Ingham said that these lawyers are just gonna talk to him. He's saying these lawyers are not going to talk to Britney Spears directly. They're going to they say relieve them of the obligation to seek input directly from Ms. Spears. And then Geraldine and Gerald are saying this is a really unusual request because it takes away Britney's ability to talk to those lawyers. I think they're just throwing shade. They're just trying to make a big deal out of something that's not a big deal. I think this is supposed to be like them saying well, Britney should be able to talk to those lawyers. And I don't know. It's just a stupid thing to be mad about. The court ordered any responsive pleadings be filed by October 2nd. Okay, whatever. All right. So here's the responsive pleading. So they filed it on October 2nd. So here's their response. Leanne said it's the line that the lawyers are required to talk to Britt, and she's not obligated to talk to them, but she can from an old doc. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay, so I was almost right. Okay. So apparently in an old document, the one that is, the Loeb and Loeb document, I assume from September 18th, it says that the lawyers are required to talk to Britney directly, but she's not required to, talk back to them. So she doesn't have to talk to them if she doesn't want to. Okay. Oh, they are not required. So no one's required to talk to Britney? Oh, Eric 93 said, I think they filed it late or the fee was submitted late due to an error and it might get denied. Are you talking about this document right here? That's so funny. Brittany the Sagittarius, they're so ridiculous. The document clearly states Brittany can talk to the lawyers whenever she wants. It's written really well to be clear that it's up to Brittany fully. Of course. So they're gaslighting. They're gaslighting as usual. Okay. So this is their response. Jamie has been working diligently to determine what course in the conservatorship of the estate is in the best interest of Britney, given the events in the last 2 years. Well, if you remember, in the last 2 years, he got a restraining order filed against him for both of his grandchildren for alleged domestic assault. Okay. He, meaning Jamie, has determined, what has he determined? Oh, I can't wait. That it is in Britney's best interest to avoid the inevitably steep litigation expense over the issue of the appointment of a co-conservator. Now, they keep calling it a co-conservator, and I have some news for them. I think it might end up just being a conservator because I think they're going to be trying to get rid of Jamie real soon. So therefore, Jamie withdraws the wallet appointment petition. So he's saying, you know what, I'm not even going to try to get him. No, Leanne, it's hilarious. Jamie has been working diligently, on what? Covering his tracks? So they're withdrawing the petition to appoint Andrew Wallet again and to explore the most effective and efficient structure for the administration of the estate with the participation of a corporate fiduciary as co-conservator. Now, what I think is interesting is they're saying a corporate fiduciary. They're not saying the corporate fiduciary. So it seems to me that they are not conceding that Bessemer is the corporate fiduciary. They're just saying, oh, of course, some corporate fiduciary. They're not saying Bessemer. They're not saying the corporate fiduciary that Britney chose. They're just saying, oh, a corporate fiduciary is co-conservator. And I swear, y'all, I think they're going to try to nominate Stonebridge. I really do. I truly do think they're going to try to nominate as a co-conservator one of Lou Taylor's associations. That's just a hunch. That's just a theory. I have no inside knowledge. Anyway, the request for withdrawal of the Wallet appointment petition and Mr. Wallet's consent to the withdrawal are being filed with this response. Okay, great. Because the addition of a corporate fiduciary will inevitably involve the need to restructure. TriStar fiduciary is next, right, Leanne? She does have like 101,000 companies. If they nominate Stonebridge, I will burn shit down. Leanne, I know y'all are funny. Okay. So basically, here they're saying, so because if we're adding a corporate fiduciary, we're going to have to change the structure of the conservatorship, and the management of Britney's assets. Jamie believes it is in Britney's best interest for there to be a meaningful meet and confer. Meet and confer is like a stupid lawyer phrase, which basically just means let's all get together and see if we can like talk this over before we have to get a judge involved. So Jamie believes that it's best interest for us to all get together and do a meet and confer to explore the issues facing this conservatorship and the specifics of this modified structure of the estate. Yeah, probably because they don't want to get in front of a judge and tell a judge all the things where all the money is and stuff like that. But if you remember, before Sam Ingham had filed that opposition, like that first sassy document, he did say that they spent like 7 hours trying to do a meet and confer already before, and it was like useless. Like doing that meet and confer was like just a stupid waste of time and waste of hours, because every single hour that they spend in that room is like, thousands of dollars. You got to think, if you have Geraldine and Gerald both there, that's like almost $2,000 an hour. If you have a 7-hour day of meet and confer, that's just more fees. And if the meet and confer is not going to turn out to make any meaningful movements ahead, now we just wasted money on fees for what? Like, why do we keep doing these meet and confers? Just let the judge decide and tell us what to do. Okay, 13 says, oh wait, hold on. Okay, so they wanted to do a meet and confer. So we finished that one. All right, 13. The burn rate means like the how fast money is leaving the estate, how fast they're spending money. That's the burn rate. And the higher the burn rate, the worse you're doing, right? If you're burning a lot, if you're burning through a lot of money versus if you're not burning through a lot of money, right? The burn rate that the estate is experiencing is high. So there's a high burn rate. They're going through a lot of money and they're not bringing in a lot of money. That's what they're telling us. And Britney has determined not to work at this time. Yes, Britney is on a labor strike because she will not be coerced to do labor for these people anymore. Jamie remains concerned that look at these quotes. Look how sloppy they are. Look at this. They can't even I know this is petty, but y'all, they're getting paid $1,000 an hour. How do those quotes even work? Somebody tell me. You charge a client $850 an hour and send them that and watch what happens in the real world. These people they're living in a fantasy if they think they're going to keep being able to keep clients like this. Mr. Spears, so Jamie is very concerned about the burn rate, but at the same time believes it is in Britney's best interest to ensure that she may return to work with ease if she wishes to do so in the future. So he's just really still just so concerned about her working, right? Yeah, I know the drunk ass quotes. It's like the whenever people make, I know Jamie and his lawyers, Leanne, are the reason for the burn rate. Britney can't even spend her own money without permission. That's exactly right. Britney the Sagittarius, if she actually had dementia, shouldn't they have set aside money for when she inevitably couldn't perform? Why is the estate so broke? That's an excellent question. Right, Eric 93. How about that $300,000 to sue that one single fan? And we will go over that document later, probably today or tomorrow. But I haven't gotten through that. I hadn't gotten to that one yet. I'm still playing catch up. They did waste $300,000 to sue like Brian or whoever it was. Was it Brian? Was it Sam Latvia? I can't even keep track of all their lawsuits. So, of course, Jamie acknowledges that her decision, they saw us complaining. Mr. Spears acknowledges that her decision whether to work is completely up to her. Well, he doesn't really acknowledge that because he keeps, using it against her and, as if it makes her mental condition worse or something that she doesn't want to work. Shit, probably most of us in this chat don't want to work. Most of us here probably just want to sit around and do dance videos and, I don't know, whatever else Britney Spears does all day. Like, most of us probably don't want to show up at the raggedy ass zone. Of course, Mr. Spears acknowledges that the decision of whether to work is completely up to Britney. No, he doesn't. But all right, I'm glad y'all put that in there. We're on number 14. Based upon the preceding considerations, based upon the things we just listed, Jamie does not think that the court's approval of the retention of the law firm is indicated or in the best interest of Miss Spears. And then they also in here list the hourly rates for people. And they're basically saying, it's going to be too expensive to hire this litigation firm with its deep trust litigation bench. Yeah, so they're basically saying this is going to be too expensive. And also because we already withdrew the petition to appoint Andrew Wallet, we don't think they're going to need any people come help litigate in the court. A very substantial expense would be incurred. Yeah, a very substantial expense will be incurred. They are right about that. It is true. However, if they don't plan to step down, then we're going to need these lawyers. If they're so worried about the burn rate, they can step aside. Jamie can fire them, right? I mean, they cost, over $1,000 an hour together. Number 15, if the court is inclined not to deny the petition, so if the court decides to grant this petition, Jamie requests that at the very least, the hearing on the litigation counsel petition be continued for 4 to 6 weeks to determine if an agreement can be reached to the structure of the conservatorship, with the onboarding of a corporate co-conservator that will avoid litigation and the significant drain on the finances of the estate. There is no longer urgency in ordering a petition of litigation counsel because Jamie has withdrawn the Wallet petition. So basically, Gerald and Geraldine are assuming that the only reason that Sam wanted to hire Loeb and Loeb to help him was over this Wallet petition. But that's a big assumption because we don't actually know if that's true. He might want to litigate ending the conservatorship. He might want to litigate something else. I do need to go back and look at that. He might have explicitly stated that in the petition, in which case I'm wrong and just don't listen to me. Leanne, they're just dragging their feet so they have time to try and cover their tracks. 100% agree. That was the first thought that came to my mind. Ain't gonna work. I agree. I guess they're grasping at straws at this point. Yeah, I think so. You don't like it. You don't matter. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't like it, I don't like you. It don't matter. Okay. So a good faith effort should be made to accommodate Britney's desire for a corporate co-conservator in an amicable fashion. So they're saying that Sam should make a good faith effort to negotiate and do these stupid meet and confers when they already have shown that those meet and confers have not been successful. They have never been able to come to any agreement in any of the last 2 or 3 meet and confers. Here's the conclusion. Based on everything we just said, Jamie requests that Sam's litigation petition is denied because it's moot. Moot is not the same as mute. Moot means it is rendered unnecessary. It is no longer necessary given the change in the recent circumstances, right? And in the alternative, which means and if you decide not to deny the petition, at the very least, that hearing on whether or not the oral arguments for that should be pushed off for 4 to 6 weeks, so for a month or more, to determine if the parties can come to an agreement as to the structure of the conservatorship with onboarding of a corporate co-conservator. And I just think that they're delusional. Like, clearly Britney is gearing up to get rid of Jamie. And the fact that they keep saying, like, a corporate co-conservator instead of the Bessemer Trust or the corporate co-conservator is, like, really honestly pissing me off. Like, she's already said a Bessemer Trust, and they're clearly angling to try to put some other Maybe I'm just reading too much into this, but this very much looks to me like they're planning on introducing a different co-conservator, corporate fiduciary type of thing instead of Bessemer Trust. So again, we have Geraldine signing. We have just this verification, proof of service. This is just something you have to attach to every court document, pretty much, that says we have sent and mailed this document to all of these people by mail, the kids, and that's it. There's no exhibits because it's not a Sam Ingham document. We don't have any sassy exhibits. So I guess we can do some questions if y'all want, or I feel like I've just been like gone, haven't been around. There's so much more powerful people that have been in Britney's worst interest her entire career over Jamie, helping guide him. Yeah, I agree. GOO Queen. I love that. Oh no, she doesn't need extra people snooping. We agree she needs a corporate conservator. Let's work together now. Yeah, bye, Jamie. I agree that Leanne, I agree that they're setting up to nominate a different fiduciary, probably with ties to Lou. 100% agree, Leanne. 100% agree. Or either ties to Lou or, like, through Mitchell Martin. Like, y'all, Mitchell Martin and his son Tyler Martin are, like, very connected in the financial world. Like, they've taken all these tests and have all these qualifications and certifications. Like, they've both worked at big name companies. Like, they definitely have people that they know. And if it's not going to come from Lou, I know that it's going to come from them. Brad, 2012, Jamie's side does not make sense at all. They don't. It's like they're saying, Photobomb 1822, it's like they're saying co-conservator over and over again so they can act surprised when Sam Ingham says more clearly that they want James out completely. I know, it's almost like they're like, yeah, it's really weird how they're like, co-conservator. Like, if they say it enough times, Sam just will keep forgetting, keep letting him stay. Like, I don't know what their obsession is with continuing to say co-conservator, because it is very obvious that Sam is about to make the move to kick him out. Britney fan 1991, do I think Britney will appear in court? I have a few more documents to read. Like, I know that that Jamie and them, like, made some kind of request for her to, like, show up and talk in court. I'm going to hold off on answering your question until I get through those court documents, and I'll have a better basis, upon which to have an opinion. They're dragging it out to buy time. I agree with that. Brittany the Sagittarius, I feel like they're jumping on the fact that a previous Ingham doc said that she was opposed to Jamie being the sole conservator. I 100% agree. That is exactly my thought as well, Ryan, that it's ambiguous, right? Like, whenever you say you don't want someone to be your sole conservator, it means you don't want them to be the only conservator. But the way that the rest of the document reads is as if Britney is going to want Jamie completely out and, like, not to just remain there as a co-conservator. Because if she was okay with him being a co-conservator, then why did she such strongly petition that she didn't want him to come back as her personal conservator, right? Conservator of her person. She's, like, strongly wanted Jody to stay as the only one, didn't want him to come back. So it seems like if she wanted a co-conservator with her dad, she would have, been okay with that one, and she wasn't. So by extension, like, it probably is the case that she doesn't want Jamie to be her conservator of her estate at all. Do you think the court will buy this? Like, the judge will believe this crap? Well, I mean, as it sits, I don't know. Again, I'm going to answer this the same way as I answered the Free Britney 1991 or Britney fan 1991. I'm going to read the rest of the documents that have been filed to date, and then I'll answer that question, Joshua Bailey, because I don't know. I need to get the more a fuller, complete understanding of the record. Like, a lot of y'all know a lot more than me right now because you've read the documents. How do you think the judge will rule? Again, I'm going to wait on that one. Good point. As if she'd agree to let Jamie stay if there was a fiduciary too. Right, exactly. Honestly, feel the judge is starting to see stuff as well. Brad C. 2012, I agree. I think the judge is starting to, like, pay closer attention to this case because, if anything, at least she knows that we're all paying attention to it. What is this? Ew. Does she need some sort of permission to appear in court? I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure like behind the scenes, there's all kinds of people who have to make approvals for different things. But legally, does she need permission? No, I don't think so. I think like if the judge orders her to show up, especially, then she's got to come. Them dragging it out and spending so much on these responses and objections is burning through her money. Yeah, no, I mean, that's one thing, ML Hatton 14, that a lot of people don't know. And it's something that even I tend to forget sometimes. These petitions, like someone has to sit there and write these. And as, technically bad as these are, like, starting entire sections with the number 2 and putting those drunk quotes and things like that. These still take hours, if not days, to write. And a lot of it is a boilerplate. Like you can just use templates. But a lot of it, you have to make sure that you put exactly the right things, like all these things in the back. Somebody has to sit here and do this, right? And actually serve process on all these people. This document right here could cost, anywhere from $2,000 to freaking $10,000. Like it's very expensive to do these. Someone sent Britney a messenger pigeon with these nuances. I'm guessing she doesn't care about materialistic things. What are your thoughts? Billy B's comment where he said that within the conservatorship, Britney cannot retire even if she wanted to. Free Britney London. Okay, so Free Britney London said, what are my thoughts on Billy B's comment where he said that within the conservatorship, Britney cannot retire even if she wanted to. I cannot speak to, if Billy B is still here, that would be great to actually hear from him. I can't speak to exactly what Billy B thinks or was saying when he said that, but what I can tell you that I take that to mean is as long as Britney is in a conservatorship, they're going to use Britney's name and likeness and her brand to make money. They're going to continue to sell perfume. They're going to continue to have these brand deals. They're going to continue to do these stupid pop-up crap zone museum things. They're going to continue to use Britney to make money for the conservatorship so that they can continue to pay themselves. That is what they basically admitted here in these papers today. Like, we have this high burn rate and we're expensive. Like, you're going to run out of money to pay us. So maybe that's what Billy B meant. Maybe Billy B meant something a lot more sinister than that, but I can't speak to exactly what he was thinking or saying. Hopefully the judge will see through James and his lawyers. I agree. I think her contract is invalid because she's in a conservatorship. Yeah, I don't know what that. It would be so dumb. Eric 93 would be so dumb for the judge to approve a second choice when Bessemer has been Ingham's first choice and didn't change it. Yes. I agree. I don't see. Yeah, I think they're going to try to get them to the side to convince them of a different firm that has ties. Frankly, this is my opinion. This is just my guess. This is not a fact. So I don't know. But I think that they're going to try to get Ingham and Britney and everybody in a room outside of the court and sit together and try to convince her to go with a different fund or trust or fiduciary, right? A different company than Bessemer Trust. And maybe they're going to give better rates than Bessemer. Or maybe I don't know how they're going to try to convince, but they're going to try to convince. And what's going to low-key be what nobody knows is that firm, in my opinion, this is not a fact. In my opinion, that firm will have some type of ties to Lou Taylor or Lou Taylor and Mitch Martin or whatever. Like, that crew is going to be getting kickbacks from this money one way or the other. And that's what they're going to try to pitch to Ingham behind closed doors. Now, I don't think Ingham's going to fall for that. I don't think Ingham's going to go for that. Only way he would is if they had some dirt on him or blackmailed him or gave him too big of an offer he couldn't refuse. But hopefully he's just had enough of their crap and that would not work. Now, all of that is speculation and none of that is facts. I have not heard that anywhere. That is all just me guessing. I unsubscribed from Britney emailer and the page is so outdated. Cohen kept talking. I've the judge. Wait, oh God. Oh, Cohen kept talking over the judge, Leanne said. Oh, did she? Oh, wait, Eric. Cohen was so mouthy at the hearing. Oh, Leanne, were you at the hearing? Were you at the hearing? What do you think about Andrew Wallet's recent comments? Oh my God, he's so full of shit. I can't stand Andrew Wallet. What does he know what Britney has the ability to do and not do? Whenever Sam Ingham told us he's only been in her presence like once, if twice, if ever. I don't give a crap about what Andrew Wallet is spewing. He has to make himself look like, not a criminal, and that's fine, but he just needs to be quiet and sit over there and eat his food. Why would he comment since they canceled the petition to reinstate him as co-conservator? He's probably salty because he probably, Melissa Wynn, 26, he probably, thought that, he probably was embarrassed. He probably thought he was about to get himself a nice little $436,000 a year paycheck again. And then they were like, oh, just kidding. No, we're not doing that. And he got mad. The spamming is outrageous. What spamming? I didn't see it. Sorry. Leanne, Eric93 said that, commented to Leanne, it seems like someone is being defensive because they're losing the battle. Yeah. Hopefully them admitting themselves about the Loki face, hopefully them admitting themselves about the burn rate comes back to bite them. Yes, I completely agree. I really hope it comes back to bite them because it's the reason that the burn rate is so high. Violet Wolf said, meanwhile, Lynn has made it clear that she backs Bessemer. And then Brittany the Sagittarius said, bingo, Violet, to that comment. So, yeah, that is a good point. Britney Spears' mom, an interested party in this conservatorship, has said that she also backs Bessemer Trust. That is a good point. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, ML Haddon, how is an alcoholic her conservator? And it's like, I am sympathetic. Like, people struggle with alcoholism. People are recovering, from alcoholism or whatever, and they like live perfectly normal and functional lives, and they're able to either overcome that or work with it. I don't want to use the wrong language, but like the point is that he is not taking care of it. He is not keeping it under control. He has restraining orders against his own grandchildren for violence against them. And it's like, how is a person like that able to be someone's conservator? Like, should people like that even be allowed to be, like, I don't think Britney Spears needs this conservatorship, but let's say she did. Like, what? Why are we allowing people like that to be in charge of people whenever they can't even take care of their own lives? It's so clear he can't even take care of his own life. Look how he talks to people in the media. He slurs and stumbles and curses at people. He's profoundly unprofessional. He's violent. He's aggressive. He's just rude to the people. It's just, I don't understand how someone like that can be in charge of someone else's estate. Andrew is a complete stranger to her. I know, that is so funny. Put Leanne on the live. Oh my God, should we? Leanne, request to be on the live so that you can tell us about the court date. I'm probably not going to put my face on the live because I look terrible. But if Leanne wants to come on the live, I'll ask questions about the court date. Or y'all can ask questions. Violet BJ with this extended read. I did feel myself going a little long on that one. I don't know why. I just really can once I get started on Jamie Parnell Spears, I can just go and go. And don't get me started on the food that he leaves on his mouth and the 16 different versions, 16 different flavors of Monster Energy drink hats that he has that he wears in the house of the Lord. I am so offended on behalf of the Christian Lord that Jamie Spears shows up into church with 16 flavors of Monster Energy drink hat and no dentures. I am sorry, Christian Lord. Anyway, PJ the teacher. Yes, Violent Lord. How did your exam go? Oh my God. I was about to say I don't want to talk about it, but like I probably need therapy after that exam, y'all. It was so terrible. Someone ended up giving birth in the middle of the exam, like not in my room. Like I had to go to a hotel to take the exam in the middle of a pandemic because I have like specific disability accommodations that I get on exams, but I guess they don't trust disabled people to like do our accommodations on our own. So like I had to go to a hotel and take it, like BFE, New Jersey. It was crazy. I really hope I don't have to take it again. I legit feel like I failed. I never thought, I can't show my face right now. BJ, let's do a live together another time. Okay. And we'll just answer questions about the court date and be dramatic. Love it. Well, I'll be dramatic. You don't have to. I never thought, but you can. I never thought I would hate a Spears as much as I hate Jamie. He is a slimy POS. I know. Let it out, girl. Yes, thank you. Nikki, for giving me the permission to do such a thing. Who needs Monster? Britney loves Red Bull. We stand. Oh my God. The girl really rather give birth than suffer through the exam. I feel bad that she had to do that. That is crazy. What happens on the next hearing? Oh my God. Jamie Lynn's baby bottle pop ad. Y'all, did anyone do the baby bottle pop jingle challenge? The longest hashtag in history of humanity. What happens on the next hearing? I need to read the rest of the court documents to know for sure about what happens at the next hearing, because so many of these things keep getting withdrawn and then amended and then replied to, and it's hard to know like in any given time, but especially for me right now, I'm kind of behind on the documents. Let me catch up and then I'll be able to update y'all better on the okay. Brennan Sagittarius says Loeb and Loeb is at the next hearing. Is that October 14th, Ryan? God, that was annoying. The baby bought it. Yeah, Leanne also said next hearing is Loeb and Loeb. So the next hearing is about whether or not to allow Sam Ingham to hire Loeb and Loeb, which is admittedly going to be very expensive, but they are going to be the ones who can help if we have to end up going to trial. Funny that Wallet said the public doesn't understand the law and we have you and lawyers for Britney. I know, exactly. We definitely understand the law and like also know where to put quotation marks. Ooh. And we also know to start new sections with a number 1. So, I mean, that wasn't on the bar exam, but if it was, I would have gotten it right. Okay, Brittany Sagittarius said yes, October 14th is Loeb and Loeb if all goes accordingly. Okay. Bet it was Lou's idea. Oh my God, excited now. Who's trying to TikTok? I know. We're lurking in the shadows. The baby bottle pop thing did kind of seem like more TikTok than Instagram, huh? Wait, noticed what too? So, Miss Maydeen. Wait, hold on. Isn't she supposed to rule on Loeb and Loeb? And so Bluebird Sky is asking if she's also supposed to rule on whether to seal or unseal. On the same. Y'all, I blocked the Not G Happen account from being able to view my videos. I know that y'all have been missing her presence. I feel like she was trying to bring the younger TikTok audience out. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, like how, like the younger would they even remember those commercials? Like when were those commercials? I don't remember time. They could have been in 2014 for all I know. The seal, so she had an ad for portable blenders last week. I saw that. That was so embarrassing, Violet. So people are saying in the comments that the motion to seal hearing is going to be heard on November 10th, not October 14th. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're weirdly trying to use nostalgia. And, like, here's the thing, like, if somebody cool would have done it, I might would have been like, oh, that's cute. But I still don't think I would have, like, actually sang the song or, like, licked the bottle. Like, I don't know. I might would just, like, I don't know if I would have actually done that challenge. Even if it was someone cool. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it was just lame. I couldn't take it seriously. Yeah. Jamie Lynn is a Karen. When's Bessemer Trust? Yeah, I think it's November 10th as well. November 10th is going to be, like, all day. Like, 2 days. Like, 4 days. Like, it's going to be everything. Have you seen a post where she's posting the same pic a couple of times, copying Britney? Yeah. Simona, I did see that. Yeah, it was, like, a really long, like, maybe if she would have just said, like, baby bottle pop, and then that would have been it. Or, like, maybe if she would have just, like, played the, like, original ad in the background, but that's probably copyrighted. I don't know, like, it just was weird. And, like, I usually like that corny, like, silly stuff like that. It was weird. Yeah, 14, 15-year-olds are not going to have a clue about it. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah. I want to know if they had to negotiate the lick. Brian. There was like a contract that she signed and she's like, no, I'm going to have to get paid $14 extra if I am to lick this bottle pop. I saw a ton of posts with 3 different filters. Who's running these accounts? I think we should all just start putting 3 different pictures, with different filters and being like, middle one is no filters. Free Britney. I agree. Free Britney. Britmas. I can't watch anything with Jamie Lynn. She creeps me out. Saw a ton of posts. I pray November 10th will be an awesome day. I know, me too. I wanted to go to LA, but like, y'all, it's still a pandemic somehow, and like, the numbers are rising, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. That's better than imagining the lick was an ad lib. Y'all, I actually low-key want to try that unicorn baby bottle pop, though. Like, it looked so cute. I love unicorns. I feel like I was getting exercised by her throughout the video. Scary stuff. Are you going to go over Sam's response today? I'm gonna probably at least do one other video, but I'm going in chronological order, and I'm getting these documents from Leanne's timeline. So if you want to see these documents anytime yourself, you can get them from Leanne's time. Like, she has that really long, like, extensive timeline. The link for it is in her bio. So whatever comes up next in the timeline, that's the next one I'm gonna do. So maybe it'll be Sam's response. Hopefully it'll be, like, that would be the most sensical thing to do next. So maybe I'll just like try to jump to that. I just don't want to get too far out of sync, because if I don't go in order, then I'm going to miss something, and then it's going to be all out of order on my Instagram. And I'm a Virgo, and I'm also, autistic, and I like order. So we'll see. Hopefully Sam's just naturally is next, and that'll just be saving the day. Yeah, many of the younger kids who did not grow up with Brit are solely just there for the 90s, 2000s revival, and many say troll this shit about her. Not a fan. Oh, that's mean. I haven't seen that. Honestly, all of the, like, every single interaction I've ever had with any person from Gen Z has been angelic, and I just love them so much, but I'm sure there's, like, little jerks out there, too. I'm a Virgo, too. Yay. So many of us probably are, because Virgos love, like, the right thing, and we're very convicted, and we, like, very strongly, like, follow what we believe is right. I had no idea so many younger people love Britney. Yeah, me neither, Violet, but I love them. Joshua Bailey says, Sam Asghari is currently hanging out with Slumber Party makeup artist. He supports Free Britney and said she was locked up for 12 years. Slumber Party makeup artist. Is that Maxine or something? I'm autistic. Keep it going with the autistic power. Yay! That's surprise witness. I'm a Capricorn. Oh, my boyfriend's Capricorn. My mom is a Capricorn. My dad is a Capricorn. Capricorns are everywhere in my life. I really love Capricorns. Such hard workers. And also very principled people. Understand how Britney is broke. She's made $100 million. She's broke because they keep spending her money on themselves. Look, Lou Taylor wants a minimum $500,000 a year. Just not even counting her commission. She's greedy. Pisces represent, yes, I'm a Pisces moon, so all the emotions. Okay, Maxie, got it. Sagittarius, we love red. Oh, Britney is a Sagittarius, too. December 2nd, Sagittarius, like Britney, aw. I, didn't really know a lot about Sagittariuses until, kind of recently. I dated one time and kind of got heartbroken, so I was like, ew, I don't like Sagittariuses because of that, but, I guess, I'm meeting some pretty cool ones, so maybe I have to come back to the drawing board on my idea. Scorpios, I love. Violet, oh my gosh. Scorpios and Virgos, best combinations. Oh my God, love. Sagittarius here too. So many of y'all are Sagittarius, and so many are Virgos. I hope if Trump wins November 3rd, he'll say free Britney. I don't think that Donald Trump remembers Britney Spears exists in all of the things. No. Virgo, Libra rising like Britney. Oh, yay. Oh, don't do us like that. No, I told y'all I'm coming back around. One of y'all broke my heart one time, and it's, you know how that goes. When the only thing you know about a sign is oh, you dated one time, and then it was a terrible relationship. So you're like, ew, I don't like that sign. Probably most people with cancers, no offense. I really love cancers. They're in my top 5, so don't worry. Dumb Trump, agreed. Her estate should be more than 600 million. And ironically, that is about how much that Forbes thinks that she is worth. And ironically, that is about how much that was transferred from somewhere in the world into Lou Taylor's old firm Stonebridge Investment and Trust in 2020, conveniently right after Andrew Wallet resigned as co-conservator. So, Britney the Sagittarius will be doing a live on Britney's birth chart soon. All the signs will get their moment Shameless self-promotion. Well, I will certainly be watching that. And hopefully all my 3 signs get the most attention. No, I'm just kidding. Sam Asghari is not, abusing Britney. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Conservatorship ends. Do you think the $600 million will go back to Britney? Who knows? It's hard to even say for sure that that's her money. Cancer men ruined it for me. Yeah, cancers. They really are an emotional experience, aren't they? But I love it. Exactly. My first boyfriend was a Cancer. I'll never date one again. Exactly. That always happens. And it's sad because Cancers are like so pure and sweet. But once you date one, it takes a while to come back. I will never date a Cancer again. Eric 93. We know Britney is Navy. Much better have her money. That's true. If and when Britney can ever finally be free from the sea ship, what is the chance she gets to recover most of her money? Very low, because most of her money has probably already been spent on fees and things she'll never be able to get back, lawyers But honestly, the thing is, Britney has her brand always. So once she's out of this conservatorship, she can still make money if she wants to. And it is really sad that they stole her money. But however, if she wanted to recover it, she can, but she doesn't have to. And, she doesn't ever have to recover the money. Like, she has, money in the trusts, and she has money in this place and that place. It's really sucks. But I just, frankly, if we have to be living in reality, I don't think she's going to get most of her money back now. I think they have it locked and loaded, and it's ready for, just be either disappearing one way or the other. I'll just leave it at that. Do you believe in tarot readings? I've done some on Britney. I do believe in tarot. Actually, I have 2 tarot decks, and I was in the middle of a move, and now they're in these boxes, and I should have had them in a more accessible box. Demi Lovato's ex, Max Elrich, is a Cancer. Author JJ, that does not surprise me, and that is exhibit A. I could not have thought of it. Yes, that's exactly how they act. The bad ones. I'm sure there's really good ones that can handle a breakup. Her estate can't be the same as it was when she was put under the conservatorship. Yeah, no, I agree, but that's what they keep trying to say. Birthday twins with Kurt Cobain. I'm birthday twins with Beyonce, except she's older than me. Pisces men, no thank you. Oh, I love Pisces. All right, so do y'all have any more? Libra. Oh, Libra men are, that's another one. Libra men are they kind of are a little bit smothering, huh? No, it's not Cancer hate. Some of my favorite people in the whole entire world are Cancers. It's just everybody has that experience where they dated that one really intense Cancer, and it just takes a while to come down from that. They have been reckless with the money. I agree. Okay, well, since I love these lives. Yeah, it's fun. We always just end up talking about whatever by the end, right? All right, so I'm going to end this one and then maybe do another live on the next court document, maybe double up, keep doubling up until we finally get through and caught up to where we are. I definitely need to be caught up by October 14th, which is going to be the next court date, right? And just, stuff keeps coming out. On this day, October 5th, I think there's 3 court documents just on October 5th, 2 on October 2nd. It's crazy. Someone do a tarot reading for me. Okay. All right. I will see y'all in the next live. Thank you for doing this one with me. It's actually curing my depression in a little bit of a way to reconnect with y'all and see, Free Britney Army still going strong and in my absence, but I'm excited to be back here. So I'll see y'all in the next live, probably be pretty soon.